Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Ethereum. Before we jump into the price section, I just want to say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to Discord. Come check it out, it is free to join. Okay, so let's get into this. So we did come down one more time here. We were looking for that possibility of having a direct breakout here, but we actually took this low at this point of this 1709, and we were looking for this potential of having a bigger breakout to the upside here, but we were talking about this and said, once we start to lose the 786 and we lose this red line, basically it invalidates that count. So that is no longer viable. Basically, what I'm looking for here is the fact that rather what we were talking about is that we're looking for that potential of actually having another leg to the downside. So it is possible that we could still see some continuation here. However, it is also possible this could start to move away. What I want to see here for more confirmation of that is a clear break of this channel. We can see that we did break it here, but then we failed to find support and actually came back into it. What I want to see now is whether we actually retest this to the upside here and get another sell-off to the downside. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this channel. Potentially, we could just have this as a bigger structure here as a WX. This becomes an A, B, and then we get a C wave down. And that could still look to actually keep us within the zone of this key support area, which is what we're looking at here, the 1722 to the 1657 range. So this is the key support zone I want to hold if we're looking for this potential of an additional 1 and a 2 here. Really, it wants to start going if this is already completed. We'd want to form this potentially as a 1, 2, another 1, 2 here, or actually just starting to, progress up here for this target, towards this target zone of this 21-26 range. So within that, basically what we would be looking for is getting that move up into those higher regions there and looking to come up into the zone of this 21-26 for confirmation of this movement. For as long as we remain below this high here, though, of this 1857, need to be cautious that we don't have further extension here to the downside. So in the direct short term, what I'm looking at here is that possibility that we were talking about this possibility of a flat here where this is an A, this is a B, and then this was a C wave to the downside. I'm actually going to come into the smaller time frames. So when we were looking at this, we were up in this fourth wave area here, and I was saying, really until we actually stop breaking above this 50%, be on the lookout for a move down towards the 1718 to the 1712. So it did move down here nicely. So within this now, what we're looking for is the possibility this could actually just be a corrective wave to the upside here in a three-wave move, A, B, C, and then look to break down. If we do manage to hold above the 1746, what we can start to get is basically looking at this move as potentially extending out as a 1, 2, another 1, 2 maybe, and then we start to push to the upside. Though given the current structure, it would be a very short wave 2 if that's the case, and we would actually want to see a bigger move up here past this 1818 range. We can also see that this would actually bring us back into this channel that we've been rejected off of and failed to find support a few times. So what I want to see is basically a move back into here, finding support, and then looking to continue to the upside. But like I said, really, as long as we stay below this 1857 area, we can still look to push down one more time. We did come down into this zone of this 1-to-1 of the A wave here that we were talking about, the 1725. And basically, this can look to come down deeper towards the 1695 to the 1648. But really, once we start to lose this 1657, if we do move down here, we'd need to start to be a little bit cautious about this, possibly actually looking to extend out to the downside. So it's possible we could complete here. Like I said, we've come into this zone and we started to move up with some nice, good, strong moves here. However, we need more confirmation of that. We need to hold some of these key lows here. I'm actually going to remove this box now. We need to hold some of these key lows here towards the 1746 if we are going to look at a continuation here. And basically what I'd be looking for within this structure, is looking for that possibility for as long as we remain above the 1755 that we could actually look to extend out. Once we start to lose this zone, unless we're looking at potentially this move slightly different. I mean, you can argue that there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here. So if this does play out, if we do get an additional fifth wave up here, basically, instead of looking for this target range here, what we'd be looking for is fourth. We wouldn't want to lose this 1766, so this would be a key zone to hold if we're looking at this as a fourth wave, in which case, this could be starting to set us up for that next move. But at the moment, all we do have is three-wave structure, so this could look to break down. And the fact that we've actually come back into this channel and we're testing it, and it does seem to be struggling around here. If we start to break down here, basically I'd be looking for another move to the downside, potentially look towards this lower down range here of the 1657. So the problem we have here is we need to be mindful that if we do start to break down, potentially we could see something like this play out. We were talking about a breakdown from further back here, but the fact that we actually came up as high as we did here, that has invalidated that possibility. Looking at this as basically as a series of ones and twos in here as a diagonal, one, two, and then looking to break down. But we came too high, so that's now invalidated. So what I'm looking for here is I'm actually just going to remove this key support. I'm looking for that possibility that either within this area, we could actually look to reject down and basically form three-wave structure, because like we were talking about here, this could be, we could look at this move as a W and X, and then potentially looking for a Y wave, which could, at a one-to-one off of our current target, basically look to move down towards the 1648. So that would actually be coming back into some of these levels here, looking to actually retest potentially the tops of these moves here, somewhere in there, or potentially looking into this channel line. This is going to be a key zone to hold. If we just get a three-wave move down here, potentially that could then just be a W, X, and a Y, and this could look to move to the upside. But really, until we start to break some of these key highs, we need to get back above this 1857. And at the moment, obviously this can go higher, but if we do start to sell off, and this is just a three-wave move here, we'd want to get back above this wave too high once it forms. I do think there is that potential. We could see a little bit more upside here. And then it's going to be important to see whether we manage to hold these key zones. If we do manage to hold above these 1746 and the zone of the 1713, potentially we can look for this to start to extend to the upside here. But, we're going to have to break above this channel, get back above this channel. Obviously, we've got fib resistance in this area as well. You can argue there's horizontal resistance towards the 786 as well, and then the lower range here. Obviously, depending on how you want to look at it, the 618 is this 1800, also a psychological zone. There's a lot of resistance up here. We need to get back above this to continue to look for that bullish price action. If, however, we do just get this as a three-wave move up here, A, B, and C, I mean, potentially we could come up a little bit higher here. Basically, this one-to-one is the 1790. 1618 would actually bring us up towards this zone of this of the 786 up here. Potentially we could actually look to move up into this and then look for rejection from that point. So keep an eye on these zones. If we do reject directly from here, what I'm going to be looking at is potential to move towards this one-to-one at the 1684, sorry, 1648 to the 1564 region. If we do break down past or towards this 1618, we need to be cautious here. Basically, that would invalidate that possibility of a 1 and a 2. And then, this could actually lead us off into a bigger five-wave sell-off, where we get an additional fourth and a fifth wave, something like this playing out, which could actually look to push us down towards this 1448 region, and potentially even back into this channel here, lower down towards this 1500 area. That could be quite an interesting zone if we do actually start to break down lower here. So these are all possibilities. It's going to depend on what happens here. By all means, this low here could be a completed move, and this could start to move away. Maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Then we get a return for a B wave, and then we actually look to wave 2, and then look to push up. But at the moment, we do have a lot of resistance above us, so we need to see whether we can manage to break through some of these key zones again. or whether this actually just continues to face rejection and just starts to grind down deeper here. So if we get a three-wave move down, basically I'm looking to target out this 1648. However, if we do get a bigger five-wave move down you're developing, look out for this 1568. If we do get that, basically we'd be looking at this as a third wave, a fourth, and a fifth. And then this in the bigger picture could be basically looking to set us up for a deeper retracement here, where potentially this could become an a B, and a C, or alternatively, that would potentially put us right into that support zone of this key one down here towards this zone of this 1532 to this 1518. The problem we would have though, if this does develop as a five-wave move, is unless this was an extension in the C wave as a flat, um, we'd have to be cautious that there isn't something else going on here, and potentially this is a completed fifth wave, and then actually we're looking to break down for that bigger A, B, and a C, looking to actually come back down deeper into this zone of this 1406 to this 1206 region. So these are still possibilities. The primary support that we need to hold for bullish continuation is basically where we are, the 1722 to this 1656. Losing this 1656 really puts stress on this count, and basically then we would be looking for potential to actually come back down, either interacting with this low here and finding support, or looking to try find support between 1587 to this 1458. If we fail to hold 1458, basically last zone of support that I'm be looking for is this 1406 to this 1206, but once we start to lose 1206, things start to look a lot worse. Really, I wouldn't want to see this break back below this channel, and this potential trend line that we have to the upside here, which directly below us is sitting towards this 1426. Obviously where it intersects with this trend line is here towards this 1463 area, which would actually be coming back into some of these key levels. So really we don't want to see that break. If we start to break that, it starts to become a little bit more probable that we're actually starting a sell off to the downside. So that's the things that I'm looking out for here. By all means, this could actually start to progress to the upside here, but at the moment, all we have is a three-wave move up into resistance. We need to be cautious. If it starts to break down and lose some of these key lows that we have within the structure, potentially this could actually be leading to a bigger sell-off down towards these lower ranges. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it's free to join. As well as that, there are affiliate links for both Primex BT and BYBIT down there, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. If you do not have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel, and we do appreciate it. Everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.